I want to show you now how the system deals with what's called conflicts. That is, if someone checks out a file, makes some changes, but in the meantime someone checks out the same file, makes changes and checks it back again. If the first user then tries to check his changes back in, it'll overwrite the other user's changes. So there's a way that the system deals with that. I'll tell you exactly what I've done. I've checked out a file here, the same file, class 1, and then as another user I checked it out, made some changes and checked it back in again. And I've made some changes here, so update 2. So now if I try and check this file in, it will overwrite the changes made by this other user called test. So let's see what happens when I try and check this file in. Check in pending changes. Okay, I'm given the same thing. I have to make a comment. Okay, I have to have a reviewed thing. So everything now is in place for me to actually do the check-in. And it says here there's a conflict violation. The item context has changed. So the system has automatically detected that I'm trying to check my change on top of somebody else's change. So what we do here is we can actually make changes in a merge tool. What this does, it shows us side by side the changes which are in conflict. So here's the update 1 that I made, but I'd saved that away before this other user had actually checked out a copy. So that's not a conflict. But this one is. I checked out from the other user and made update other user this comment here. After he checked this version back in again, I made this update. So this, you can see, is a conflict. Now I have to decide what changes do I want to be included in the version which is actually going to be checked in. So I can, if I highlight these changes by clicking the boxes, I can either include one or other change, or neither, or both, and I can actually dictate the order in which they appear in the finished resultant file. So if I click that first, that would be the first change, or I can reverse the order and do it that way around. So this is the file which will actually be passed back. This merge these two files, and this is the file that will be passed back to the code control system. So let's say I'm happy with that, and I accept the merge. Okay, go back to the source control, and I can check it now. And it's successfully checked in. So if I open it now, I can see that update 2 and the other user update has been included in this file. So that's how conflicts are resolved using the code control system.